before this ends, here's what I'll say. And I know James Gunn's not gonna watch my video, but here's what I'll say. What it do, baby? It's your boy Baki back with another one. Dude, they gave us another, James Gunn gave us another Superman trailer. I really don't want to watch this. Not even because of fear of good or bad, just because I don't really want to add more to my brain of what this Superman movie is going to be and kind of go in raw. But it's so hard to like resist because I want to see, you know, this is, if I hit play, there's like no coming back. You understand? Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And because I like the last trailer, right? So I'm excited for more. Really don't need to see this. I'm going to go see it in theaters anyway. I guess this is for the people on the fence. That's what this last trailer is for, right? This last trailer is for the people on the fence. I'm not on the fence. I'm already going either way. But let's just do it. Let's just. Oh, it's so hard to press this button. Damn, that was hard as shit to press.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth. We finally meet.
Wow.
Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Interesting.
Buckle up.
They chose him. Let them die.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
What the fuck? That's
Hey, buddy.
sick.
Eyes up here.
He still looks strange there. He doesn't look strange there. Oh, see, I'm catching. I'm about to, boy. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. We're going back. Listen, some of this shit looks fucking awesome, but some of it just, how is CGI like not getting better? Like, I guess because it's like they're under the time frame or something. Like they have amazing moments like this where this looks really good, right? I mean, I think it looks pretty decent, right? But then like some of these other CGI shots just kill me, bro. Like, and this part was very interesting. This is a very interesting decision right here. A fourth wall, like that is literally, that's very interesting. I'm very curious to see I'm very curious to see it all in motion. It looks very unwieldy though, man. But I tell you what though, this trailer itself was 10 times better, dude. This is like in-game shit. This trailer itself was better than the other trailers. This is the best trailer in my opinion. And I get probably why they waited this long. They probably had to put in some of the CGI, and they're gonna be working on this shit up until the day. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get why this was like the last trailer. Now after seeing it, it makes a lot of sense, right? It's actually the best trailer that he's put out in my opinion. The first trailer was decent, right? Got us a little bit in. The second trailer was very much mixed, where people were on the fence because it gave us so much of just a nonstop clip without really any context. So it, people just had mixed reviews right there because they all had their own ideas of what came before it, right? And then they had the one that came after that I thought was really good, where they kind of changed up a lot of stuff and they showed a little bit more, but then pulled it back and still made it around like 2.5. And now we get this one. This is the final one. So for this one, I would say this by far is the best trailer, and I'm actually very curious to see what's gonna happen. It seems like Superman's gonna stop a war. That is going to be like the talking point of him stopping that war. Lex is gonna get involved in some crazy ass shit. But it seems like what I do like is that they aren't starting with year one shit again. I think that's what I love the most about this, is it's just gonna be like, yo, it's been 100 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. Like, we don't need to do all that. We need to show you his like continuity of Superman. You don't need to know how he became Superman. We all kind of know that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it'll have it at the beginning, at the opening credit or something, maybe a description as, Krypton blows up, or, you know what I'm saying? Something light, but it will never be, it doesn't need to be anything heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like this slam into the ground, for example. Overall, I think it's a good trailer. I think they didn't show too much more, so that's really good too. They kind of, ooh, see, that's a good shot, dude. Where's that shot at? Oh, see, you know what this reminds me of, dude. Tell me this doesn't look like a shot. This is get this up. Wait, is that my caption? That's not my caption. Okay, tell me this doesn't look like a shot from like Alex Ross. Like when Alex Ross does his shit. Cape looks a little off-centered, or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, this looks like some Alex Ross shit, dude. Like the way that the lighting and shit is coming in. Oh my goodness, that looks so clean. That looks clean. I like that. That like the totally. This shot right here gives me like extreme Alex Ross vibes, and that's incredibly sick in itself. Anytime I get Alex Ross from like any of the trio from like Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, I always think that shit is, his depiction is always just so good. This was interesting too, that whole like the sea water parting, but it was like through the whole entire city. Parting that shit.
Move, Big Blue.
I wonder how many people he's gonna have to scrap. Like Superman. I wonder how many fights I'm gonna count how many fights he's gonna have in this thing. Like, bro, he looks like he's tired, and I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he's fried, bro. Because he's probably been scrapping the whole goddamn movie. Probably starts off with the war, or maybe even that little alien fight, then the war. Then he got, you know what I mean? This motherfucker gonna be punching hella shit. Dang, that's another sick shot. Yeah, a bunch of dope shots. Good trailer. Overall, good trailer. I don't really have any more input than that. The one part that I probably didn't like was the teeth bouncing off the camera. I mean, but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it because, again, I gotta see the whole thing paired up together. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is a good trailer to maybe get people who are on the fence maybe to go. I still think the CGI is a little iffy though. But when you pause it, it looks kind of cool, right? When it's like in slow-mo. This is probably how they watch it render. And they're like, yo, this looks great. Looks fucking incredible. Look at it. I don't know. Like right here, this looked very strange. But I still think, like, again, you're going to have to see it once in action. You know what I'm saying? But Kryptonite bit his helmet off. He said, get him, bro. It just looked See what I'm saying? In slow-mo, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad at all. But like once you watch that shit in motion, that shit doesn't look that good, in my opinion.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that Superman looks good. Tell you that, but this guy up close just doesn't do it for me. Something happens to his hair right here too. You see that? I guess it's the wind. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I guess it's the punch of it, but yeah, I don't know. They're trying to like make it ring, but it looks. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's the hit. It's the hit, but it still looks silly.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that is what would happen though. Get punched by Superman. Your shit'd be cut.
Buckle up.
Yeah, I think all this shit paused and in slow-mo looks good, but in motion, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to see it.
They chose him.
They still got a month though, so let them cook.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
To be honest, I'm more before this ends. Here's what I'll say, and I know James Gunn's not gonna watch my video, but here's what I'll say. You know, I 100% wish this man good luck on the Superman movie, and the one thing that I would stress, if possible, is to understand that, like, I think he already knows, bro. I think he gets it, but the whole connected universe shit is a dumb idea, dude. Connecting all video games and all this shit to one element is going to really limit your people and what they're able to create, in a sense that you're not going to be able to do and maneuver the way you think you are 10 years down the line. It's not a long, you're going to get caught up and get tangled in this weird web that you're going to spin yourselves into. I promise you. You won't see it now, but later on down the line, you will see it. And you could be like, oh, we're going to do this Elseworld stuff, and this is going to see different. So it'll be labeled Elseworld this or Elseworld that. It's like, that's a good concept and idea, but you should just drop all of that shit. And if something's in a connected universe, you name it in a very similar vein and keep it all connected in that area. But you don't have to fucking like put everything together in that, because you're going to run into situations where actors don't want to be in roles anymore. Actors get too old for roles. Actors fucking pass away. There's going to be so many things that are going to happen in a 10-year, 20-year expansion of time that you're not going to be prepared for the maneuvers that these people are going to make. And you're going to run into scheduling issues where you already are facing it in this, where this is the first launch of your thing and you already have a scheduling issue with Frank where he couldn't have gray hair because of another movie. So all of these scheduling issues are going to run into problems. The same reason why I think even if you have Frank Harbor who plays Frankenstein, right? If he plays Frankenstein in real life, yeah, his voice is great, but the character that you drew is absolutely insanely big. You know, you're going to have to put that in that same kind of vein in real life if you ever put him to life. And that kind of is my issue, and where like I think maybe you might have to do a little bit of tweaking with the idea, because when you try to translate something from animation to like real life and then you have something that looks nothing like the person, you're just giving a totally different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like his hair is more slick back. It doesn't even have like the pointed out hair. You know what I'm saying? So you could say, oh, it's a conflict of, you know, this and that and scheduling and everything else. But this is your first movie. This is your first launch. This is your first impression. This is the same thing I'll be trying to stress to these people at work. It's like, this is your first impression of this, and you're already kind of it's going to be hard for people to even slip in and want to go to Creature Commandos, because I'm not saying that he won't be a great character, but when they go watch Creature Commandos now and they'll be like, that's that character. Do you see what I'm saying? That's going to be the big separation that you're going to have to get yourself into. Again, I know James Gunn is not watching my videos or anything of the such, but I'm super serious, is where you got to think about that in that kind of narrative. If you're going to do this, we're going to translate into everything. Dude, you're going to be paying actors to jump on video games. Do you already know how bloated the video game system is, James Gunn? You don't even understand what you're saying to yourself. You're going to hire these people who are these giant actors that are doing all your super shit. And you're like, yo, we're going to make video games with these fucking same people that are going to do this shit for more money. It's like, that's going to blow up the game. Your game's going to end up being garbage. And you can't just blast everything and think that because somebody created something that it isn't gonna, and it's not received well, that like it's the customers. It can't always be the customers. So my whole thing is, think about how comics are, man. There's never just like one arc coming out, right? There's tons of arcs coming out. There's tons of different there's tons of different drawings of Batman in the same arc. For goodness sakes, bro, like you'll have something that is drawn by like 2 or 3 different artists sometimes. So across a whole like whatever. So that's what I'm saying, is like, that's what we got to do, is like, you got to get out of the whole element or bag of being like, we're going to keep this one Superman, this one thing. Because again, how bad does Marvel need Iron Man right now? They need an Iron Man. It doesn't even have to be a Robert Downey Jr., but because they burned Robert Downey Jr. so hard into the MCU and that version of Tony, you just aren't going to see another Tony. So every time you even see a tech person that resembles Tony, it almost turns away the people that are watching it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my point, is when you like solidify these actors as these characters instead of solidifying the characters, you run into this problem later on down the line where it's hard to pass the reins to the next people, because it's like, it's just all going to be new actors and everybody has to like reset their brains. And a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people who are like diehard Marvel fans who really still haven't watched a lot of shit, because it's like, it feels like a huge reset. You know what I'm saying? And while that may feel decent in comic books, most of the time it doesn't. Most relaunches are awful. Most relaunches in comics have been awful and were awful because they have to get going. They have to get churning. So it's like somebody getting used to you developing something for 10 years of, oh, we've been playing games and all these things. And then year 11, you're like, all right, we're going to fucking kill everybody and we're going to start over with all these new heroes and da-da-da-da, or whatever happens. I'm not saying you do that, but down the line when heroes or people or whatever start leaving or whatever else happens, right? Then you develop it, and then you're sitting at yourself and like, okay, well, when do we bring back another Superman? How do we bring back another? This is going to be our new Superman. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you just make a bunch of Superman movies, you'd be all right. You know, it doesn't have to just be one actor. Just do a different version of Superman that's so different from this iteration that it's clearly not the same fucking Superman. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? The same with Batman or anything else. You just do a different version of that character that's so fucking different. It's clearly not the same. You're not supposed to take it as a sequel. You know, that's how you make the masses, the people who are like not, you know, that savvy, but like watching comic book shit. That's how you make them understand. You know, but look at the MCU. They won't do that shit. They will not bring back Tony Stark right now. Right? Like, it's crazy. And the only way he's going to come back is through this doomsday, magical, whimsical world or whatever, right? But everything else, he's literally not coming back. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, is you end up writing yourself into a hole where you just kind of screw yourself over. And the people that are excited for that are just the people that are just the diehard, like, Walking Dead people who go to, like, Walking Dead conventions and shit, and used to watch that show that comes on at Talking Dead or whatever. Motherfuckers that watch that shit out of like season 8 or 9, bro. Like, that's, yeah, you're gonna have people who are gonna be excited for that, but that's not gonna be the majority by that time, you know. That's my 2 cents for your DC. I know you're not gonna listen to James Gunn. Maybe I'll make it like a little nugget of a nugget inside of a nugget. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's gonna be it for me on this trailer. Like I said, I'm excited for the movie. I hope it does well. I hope it's enjoyed. July 11th. I'm sure they're gonna start doing early screenings, so we'll start hearing about it probably that last week of June, maybe early July. I don't know. I gotta work the weekend concert. I think July 4th or whatever. So we'll see what's up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me on this one, baby. I appreciate y'all. Have a great one. Peace.